Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my 1991 Nissan 300ZX, and over the course of this video, you're gonna see us transform the engine bay from where it was before to how it is now. A lot of stuff has gone into the car. Don't move! I hate this car. That's not right at all. I'm sure you guys can see the...
Running, dude, it's good. Oh!
What? There's a meet tonight? Nah, I think I'm gonna pass. Well, now it's coming out of all of them. It's 2 in the morning right now. We've done the coolant bypass, and we've done a bunch of other things, and we've taken the intake plenum off like, God knows what, 15 times. But you'll see my progress on working on this car, and now I officially can say I understand how tight this engine bay is. But it's been super great. The car runs now, and enjoy the video. So we're gonna be doing what's called the coolant or water bypass, essentially to take off the intake plenum, which is this silver piece right here. There's a lot of hoses and lines and a lot of stuff underneath that is technically unnecessary. If you have a twin turbo car, you'd be doing the coolant bypass but rerouting the lines. So if you have an NA car like mine, you can just delete everything. That way next time when you do want to take off the plenum, it's easier and faster. So this was my first time taking off the plenum, and also my first time really digging into the engine in general. I made sure to go research and read through all the forums so I could at least understand what I was doing before doing it. If you guys want to learn how to do the coolant bypass, I say go to the link in the description, because depending on my morale at the time, I jumped around a lot. Fuel rail is out. That was a bitch and a half. I kind of got mad, so hopefully I didn't break anything, but hey, the fuel rail's out. I'll be on YouTube making your tutorials look mad easy. Then I go to try this shit, and the shit mad stuck, and the bitch don't move. Okay guys, so every injector has been pulled, or at least the injector plugs have been pulled out. I lost 2 of the tiny clips, which kind of sucks, but I'll be able to find those in the morning. It's not like they fell down anywhere. But yeah, try your best not to lose these things. They're really easy to lose. Anyway, back to the camera. So intake plenum is now off. Just to make sure that nothing else gets into the engine, like the combustion chamber, I decided to, you know, wrap that up. But I'm gonna tackle the coolant line bypass on this first, and we're just gonna get going on this. I'm doing pretty decent, knowing that it's me. Once the plenum was off, I decided since it's already off, might as well paint it to make it look half decent. So we spent an entire day sanding and spraying the very high temp spray paint on. I originally wanted to go black, but I ended up buying gunmetal gray by accident, and I think it looks great. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Alright guys, didn't get a chance to vlog too much throughout today because I've had to make like 4 or 5 runs to AutoZone, but now that we're back, everything's great. Rear bypasses are done. I didn't really do too much about filming those just because I was yelling at the car too much. But we're back. Plenum looks really great in there. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Now it's time to put everything back together, which also made me very angry because I put the plenum on and then I tightened everything down. And there was one vacuum hose back there that I forgot to put on, but I did on the other side. Took it off, put that back on, and it popped off on the other side. Put both hose clamps on, and now this back on. Now I can actually tighten down the plenum and start bolting things back on. I've had to disconnect the EGR. When everything was dry, I slowly put everything back together, and I really suggest having someone extra because the first time I did this by myself, it was really difficult lining everything up. I gotta say though, it was an absolute whore to get that yellow and blue connector. Heck, even you guys can't even see it. But there's a yellow and blue connector down within the depths of hell that I had to get from down there. Big vacuum leak, or at least I thought it was. So I took everything off again, only to find out there wasn't a vacuum leak, and I didn't mess up putting things back together. it was my injectors. So after putting the plenum back on, I realized the corroded connectors wouldn't be enough for my injectors to fire reliably. I sprayed a lot of CNC electronics cleaner in hopes that it would fix the problem, and a couple of them turned back on, but these connections were long gone. They're just bad. You guys can see it. I've been doing a lot on my phone lately just because I don't really want to take the time to go get the camera set up and all that. But we determined that it's the fuel injectors, and it's a whole new day. I went on a trip to New York, so now I'm back, ready to tackle this with a fresh mind. Since everything's back together, we have to do the entire plenum pull over again. But now that I know how to do this, we can get this done really quickly. So I'm just gonna go ahead, get everything off, and then get the fuel rail out, and then we'll go from there. You know, I'm not gonna just leave you guys there, but yeah. And since I'm doing this, I opted for the new style injectors. The early style injectors are prone to going bad and have a less reliable spray pattern. So switching to new style Pintle injectors was definitely the move. Alright guys, so Diego and I found a way to get these injectors out. It's gonna damage the orange plastic bits that are on top of them. I really hope they don't really do much, but the injectors will work. That's all I care about. I'm spraying them down with some
Don't worry about the sound, everybody. It's alright, okay? I swear it's alright.
Literally, even reading it on the forums says that this is the way that you're supposed to take them out, with a socket and a hammer. So it says it's gonna work. But anyway, you can see the difference between Gen 2 injectors and the Gen 1s. I don't know why this design is, but this design is designed to handle better. You can see it's more like a new style injector. Heads are different, so we gotta switch the plugs out on the harness. But look how corroded these things are. And this is after me spraying them down with electronics cleaner. This is the reason why they were dead. The injectors themselves are fine, it's just connectors. All right, so these adapters sit on the injectors as so. They came with O-rings, which is really nice. You just can't see them because they're pretty dark. But yeah, it just sits on top. That way you can adapt the new style injector to the favor rail. So that's dope. What you guys are looking at, that's the first thing you're looking at. It's ghetto. I get it. I'm doing this now just so that I can piggy tail the harnesses without having to do anything. And then I'll solder everything later.
It's running, dude. It's good. Oh! Dude, it is coming down from below the exhaust. Look.
Let me see.
Look down there. It's coming from way below.
That's not right at all. I'm sure you guys can see the heaps of smoke that's going on. The car idles really high. We're determining that one of the injectors is probably bad. Either that or the O-ring, because the injector is running fucking open and just dumping fuel instead of doing what it's supposed to do. So we got to take everything off and then check it out. That's our culprit, broken O-ring on the injector.
Yeah, so here was his adapter.
Shredded.
And they sliced the O-ring, putting it in.
Nice. Fun.
So the O-ring on the used injector is actually fine, except for that.
It's a new day. The parts should be in. I'm gonna deal with these blue connectors, and I'm gonna use the hook up there to hang my soldering iron so it just exists. And I'm just gonna solder the wires to make a permanent solid connection. The O-ring and the injector pintle cap should be here later today, and then Diego will get over here, and then we'll put everything back together, and cross your fingers, I'll be able to make it to Z-Con. And then put this cap on. And that's pretty much it. I definitely didn't think I'd enjoy soldering as much as I do now, because before still new to soldering, but I'm way better than I was before. Keep them on. You actually don't even need that much solder now. Nice and crispy, that's what I like to see. Definitely having the iron just float there is convenient. Okay guys, so Diego made it here, and fast forward for the sixth time that, I think we've done it 5 times together.
Yeah, together.
So for the 8th time, the car has been apart. It is back together again. As you can see, everything's painted, everything's pretty again. I picked up this off of AutoZone, which is really cool. It fits and it lines up straight, so that's sick. We're gonna fire it up. Let's hope she sticks, all right? Oh, it's not misfire anymore. I think, from what I hear, sound, feel in a moment, but I'm gonna let the car warm up. It's idling pretty much like it normally does. A little bit high, but it needs to warm up and then it'll come back down. Definitely out of gas though. Those 2 gallons didn't last that long.
Oh, no. Because when you revved, it came out of both.
Well, now it's coming out of all of them.
Has it always done that?
Not
the white smoke?
But I also think it's because there's a lot of gas vaporizing.
Yeah, because of how much was in the exhaust.
Ugh.
The fun stuff.
The fun stuff, where shit actually works right. No, buddy? Very cool. I'm taking a shit. Alright, now y'all can listen to how low my car is.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go, car. Let's go, car.
Ah.
I'm so low on gas. Bet, you see that guy over there, bro? Me versus the Ultima, who's gonna win?
Definitely the Ultima.
Ultima.
Definitely the Ultima.
I've made it to the gas station. First time I've had to pay for gas in, how long?
3 months? 4 months?
I haven't paid for gas in so long. Guys, we did it! I'm at a gas station! I drove this car, let's go!
I just told her pull up, come and break it down on me. Yeah, I done hear you pull up, they gon' turn around.